they are the chef. The chef made a thing. He called it cereal. He made a mascot for his cereal. He named him Lucky. Lucky made Lucky Charms. The Lucky Charms was the biggest hit back then. Some people complained of how stale and stuff it was, but they just ignored that. And then they went on with their day. They got so much money after that. Then this new competition man decided to do the exact same thing, made his own cereal. Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes was also about to knock Lucky out of his business. Lucky didn't want that, so he went to Mr. Tony the Tiger and asked him why they were trying to steal his business. They said that it's just like a business technique. So Lucky had to think of how to get this back. So he went over back to the chef. The chef was thinking of an idea, and then he told Lucky that he would take care of it, and went on. He started thinking of things that he could do and what to make. Then he realized he could make another cereal. Then he finally made a new thing. He made the Cheerio Bee. The Cheerio Bee, he named it because he made it. And the Cheerio Bee could talk. He started talking to him in his ear, and then he was listening. And then he helped him tell a recipe of how to make a new cereal. After that, they made a new cereal, Cheerios. It was bigger than all of the cereals. Yet some smaller businesses started forming too, but that was out of the question. Then the Tony the Tiger noticed this. They were gonna make big money and knock them out of business. So Tony had to find something to do. So he went over to a new place. He started looking around for stuff that could potentially solve any problem. But then he realized that he could solve the problem of why the cereal was stale. So he went to his newest place. He grabbed the snow looking stuff, and ran on. After running, he decided to mix this white stuff in with this water. He decided that the water would make it so it's pretty good. So after that, he went over, grabbed his mixing thing, and he started mixing it. And then he took it back to his shop. He called it milk. He knew that was a perfect idea to fix this, and he was so excited to show it. It made millions. Tony was so happy. He started dancing. And then after that, the chef from Lucky realized that he was going to make big money for him. So he had to find something to do. He started thinking, but it was already too late. That milk already solved the biggest problem of the cereal industry. He had to go find a way to get some of his own. So he started to run. He was looking for every store. Does this store have it? No. Is it maybe those stores have it? The fruit store might have it. Nope. No one. He couldn't find anyone. Then he went to Tony the Tiger. He told Tony that he needed to do something. He yelled at Tony the Tiger to tell him the recipe of milk. He finally said, "Fine, I'll tell you it," after a long thing. Then he was tricking them. Lucky knew that he was trying to trick them, so Lucky came out and attacked. He said if he wins the battle, then he gets to have the recipe for milk. Tony said fine, but Lucky was already fighting. Slapped him across the face. Tony was kind of hit, but not that hit. He punched Lucky across the face. Lucky came in for another hit, but he missed. Tony decided that it would be finishing move to punch him across the face. One of Lucky's teeth fell out. It was this colorful thing. One crazy chef ran up and stole that tooth. He called it. He said, this could be a new cereal," and he ran away. Lucky and Tony looked at each other and they said this wasn't over, and then they went on with their life. The chef was looking back on his Instagram, and then he realized that there's a new thing selling. This new thing called Fruity Pebbles. He was mind blown. Was that the tooth that fell out of Lucky's mouth? He had to find out. He went back to Tony's chef and started talking to him. They made a nice bond. They said that they would finally sell the milk. Lucky's chef got so excited. Then he went back, and that is how the cereal started. Smaller businesses like Mini Wheats and other small ones started forming. Cheerios even left the company of Lucky, and now cereal became a really good thing back then. And ever since Tony and Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, and Cheerios became a big companies. But was that how it ended? No. Some other people began putting cinnamon on these tiny cereal things. No one ever knew what those were called, but it almost blew up. But that's all the time I have for that story. See you guys.